Amazon is rolling out with a new format for enjoying fiction, and it is called Kindle Vella. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what that is and what that could look like in the future. So the concept behind Kindle Vella is that it is serialized fiction, very similar to Wattpad or Radish if you're familiar with either of those already. Kindle Vella, from a reader perspective, you get the first 3 episodes free, and then if you're really intrigued by the story, you can buy coins that you then use to purchase and unlock more episodes. And then the author gets paid from a portion of the proceeds from whatever coins are spent on episodes of their own stories. So from an author perspective, this is really interesting because if you have a novel that you want to serialize, or if you just have kind of an ongoing idea that you want to, if you're a discovery writer and you're just excited by the process of putting out episodes and a series, and then this is another opportunity. So some of the rights are interesting. So if you have published a story anywhere else, even on your own website, you can't publish it on Kindle Vella. So it has to be completely new, completely previously unpublished, unshown material. Secondarily, if you do want to, if you finish off all the episodes and you eventually want to publish this as a paperback or a full ebook, then you would have to unpublish it from Vella, so it is no longer available as episodes to readers, and you'd have to, then you convert it into your book. So you would have to take it out of Vella's program. Those are the high-level questions that I mainly had about rights and stuff like that, but there's a really good post over at Kindlepreneur that I'm going to drop a link to in the description to this video that explains a little more about the author's rights and what the author gets paid ultimately, depending on how many readers pay for episodes and what you might get per episode if they do. The short version is that the more readers who are willing to pay for your episodes, the better. So it really behooves you to do good marketing and have a compelling story that makes people want to continue following. It's interesting reading what authors are thinking about Kindle Vella in my various online author groups and stuff, because some of them are not interested at all. They're like, man, Wattpad and Radish have been doing this forever, and of course now Amazon has to get in on it. Why do I want to feed into the Zonopoly? Others of us are interested and intrigued because it offers another avenue that people are already on Amazon. Amazon Prime, Kindle Unlimited, stuff like that. They have already started to see Amazon as the place to go to find more books. And so it just makes sense to have your book on this other opportunity because the readers are already there on that platform. So regardless of whether or not Amazon has a monopoly and whether or not you want to feed into it, the reality is it's a good platform for authors to be on because that's where the readers are. I've been toying around with having some material on Kindle Vella, partially because way back when I used to write what I call fire stories, fictional intermittent reader-led episodes, which were basically every once in a while I would have a season where I would write a chapter of a story and then I would present the reader with opportunities to influence the direction of the story. Do you want this to happen or this to happen? And then depending on what the readers voted on, then I would write the next chapter based on that reader choice. And so the entire story, while I had a general concept of where I was going to go with the story, the actual avenue for getting there was completely reader-led. And it was so much fun because it was so interactive between me and the readers, and we had a great time. And it was actually one of the most popular things on my blog for a time. So I can see Kindle Vella as being a very useful tool for doing that kind of thing, except with a potential new audience of readers. If you are a reader, I would love to hear if Kindle Vella and the serialized format of stories is something that you're intrigued by, or something that you're like, nah, I'd rather have everything in one lump, an actual ebook or an actual paperback. If you're an author, I would love to hear your feelings as well. Is this something that you are intrigued by, or something that you're like, nah, I'm gonna stick with what I'm good at. I'm gonna just write my books or my flash fiction or whatever. I would love to hear what you think about that, and we'll see where Kindle Vella goes.